Luxury fashion is a multi-billion-euro business, and to stay relevant, big luxury houses and independent labels know to constantly refresh their communication strategies. Celebrity endorsement still holds enormous sway, but clothes themselves also need to tell a story. And today that story is increasingly one of liberté, égalité, fraternité. Louis Vuitton's Menswear Summer 2025 offering, a masterclass in universalism, was showcased at the headquarters of UNESCO in Paris. On the orders of the label's creative director, Pharrell Williams, most models were black or mixed race. Williams has never shied away from harnessing all aspects of soft power.
En fait, il y a trois éléments.
Soft power is comprised of three elements. The first is visual impact, and that's often very easy to spot in fashion. It's about the image, the visuals, the way those visuals are shared. The second is the extent to which the experience is immersive. And, well, the final element is that it's trend-setting, which lets the individual express their own personality, their individuality, while also expressing membership of a collective. And that's where sometimes the political message behind a label takes on real importance. There's a message they're trying to get across.
The world of luxury fashion relies on rules and norms first codified in France during the reign of Louis XIV under the term etiquette, a system of sartorial expectations that social anthropologists love to examine.
L'achat de biens de luxe.
By purchasing luxury items, a person feels transformed with regard to their own behavior, but also in the eyes of others.
Via le regard des autres.
Others start paying you more attention. They'll be prepared to give you more money, more time, and that's also stuff you can actually measure. For example, do you want to differentiate yourself from others in a vertical or horizontal way? There's research in the US that shows that certain social groups, like, say, Republicans, prefer to differentiate themselves vertically, so they'll opt to wear clothes that tend to have a lot of logos from big brand names. Whereas being a Democrat is associated with a much more horizontal attempt at differentiation, which is to say, it's about looking for novelty and seeking out originality.
For young Parisian designer Jeanne Friot, originality is all about advancing a message. Her work is made from recycled materials. Each piece is unique. As for her strategy,
this t-shirt is a message, social, political, or economic even.
Yes, I think that, unfortunately, it's an echo of what's happening at the moment. This collection's named Idols, and it's pretty much an ode to all the women and the people who've inspired me, who've allowed me to keep going until this moment, where I'm really making a go of this label. So it's about saying to my community that this label's made by a woman, a lesbian woman. So yes, we need to defend our identities, our freedoms.
You feel that freedoms are under threat here in France?
I think that we're seeing that they're very much under threat, and it's pretty scary, especially when you want to live and create freely. So yes, I think the current climate's pretty worrying, and it's really now that we need to come together and share strong messages so that things go as well as they possibly can go.
Pride in being different mustn't encroach on the joy of being together. A line from Léopold Sédar Senghor that encapsulates the preoccupations of Cameroonian designer Imane Ayissi. He's fascinated by traditional square-shaped fabrics, from African boubous to Japanese kimonos or Korean hanboks. For his latest collection, Akalan, he found inspiration in the kaba, a fabric that 19th century colonizers forced upon Cameroonian women.
Communication, exchange, words, what we receive from other people, different cultures.
Communication.
I wanted to have another look at those first European men who arrived in Africa with their clothes and their suits at a time when most Africans wore draped materials. Europeans arrived with heavily structured clothes. When they introduced this shape of dress, it was to cover the nudity of African women. It was about not distracting the men, even more than they already were. They wanted to cover women's bodies, not to embellish them, but to make them less attractive. And we call this item of clothing the kaba, which has become a very popular garment in Cameroon. You might even say it's a form of traditional dress, so I'm trying to give it my personal twist.
And then there are other designers who choose to print their messages directly on the fabric of their creations. In this case, words of meditation.
No, I've been studying Buddhism from when I was young, so a long time. And there is no answer, still.
Yohji Yamamoto isn't Socrates, although like Socrates, he knows that he knows nothing. Why not then add humility to the endlessly innovative story of fashion communication?